Hey, yo, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmaker. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Before we get started, make sure y'all hit the like button, make sure y'all subscribe, and make sure that you guys comment in the comment section. Let us know what y'all think. Tonight we got a guest on here, some things that he stated, man. You been going
He's
through the
definitely
youth
went
football
viral.
world. Yeah, went through the youth football world, and like I just wanted him to be able to have a chance to expound on some of the things that he stated because a lot of times we hear things and we don't digest them, right? We come to a conclusion that, oh, this person is this and this person is that. So I just thought, like, man, let me go ahead and give him a platform, especially since this the audience that we actually cater to. So, I just thought it was only right to, to ask the gentleman to come on and hold on, to ask the gentleman to come on. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself. Please do so.
Man, I appreciate y'all for allowing me to speak, man. This is truly a blessing for me. But my name is Ed Curney. I'm from the west side of Atlanta. I'm nobody special. Just somebody that seen something, and I felt like I needed to say something about it for sure.
Okay.
How do you when I seen your message, I seen your video.
Hmm.
Maybe about, man, I don't know, man. I seen it on probably every youth football page I have, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to Florida, to Georgia.
Yeah.
Did when you said that, did you think it would be as impactful when you said it?
Funny story. When I seen the flyer, I immediately called my wife, and I was just like, "Babe, this flyer got me so mad. I was so angry." Um, because I was once one of those kids on those flyers before. That was me. I was blessed enough to go play Division One football. I've been playing since I was 5. I played for 19 years of my life. Um, and the repercussions that come behind it, nobody told my parents, nobody told my father, nobody told me, what comes along with the early damages of football, especially youth football. And I played travel ball. Um, I was all right. I was all right growing up. So when I seen that it was, June and July, and they're hitting, like I have, so the misconception with it is, I was reading the comments and stuff, and I was just laughing like, man, nobody knows who I am, but I walk those kids' steps, and a lot of kids that I touch now and pour into now, everything that they ever wanted to do, I already done it. And the negative effects that youth football had on me, and also the positive effects. Like I understand the whole big picture, and I think the number one reason why it went so viral is because the people who are, in charge of the tournaments and stuff, man, it's kind of like, dang, he trying to affect our pockets. And the number one way to get somebody's attention is talk about them pockets, to affect them pockets.
So what's the alternative? What do you think would be the next step?
uh, so here it is. The big picture is this. Like I understand. I grew up in the hood. Like I'm
Mm,
from there. I played on the west side of Atlanta. I played with Kennedy Rattlers, now Georgia Rattlers. I played with Adamsville Vikings, now Atlanta Vikings. Like I played with Bankhead. Like I played in the hood. I understand how the game go. Like I was getting paid to play. You feel me? I was getting two,
mm.
$300 after the big games for scoring. Like the dope boys took care of me too. I understand. Like I get it. I'm not here to try to uh, tarnish Little League. I love Little League. The kids are bigger, stronger, faster now. They're amazing. Elite talent, way more talented than when I was growing up. The exposure, man, like travel ball, that's big. That's important because some kids don't even leave their street. So now the coach can, you know what I'm saying, put him in the car, take him to Florida, take him to Miami, taking him to Texas. So the exposure and all those things are huge. But my biggest thing I wanted to get, you know, people to understand is it's about the journey. And what I do now is I consult parents on this subject right here. Like I've helped numerous kids get to Division I football. And a lot of parents don't understand like the journey. It's a journey.
Mhm.
And if you tarnish the journey too early, you're gonna miss the perks of the end. So football was all I had. It was either streets or football. And I was blessed enough to have a father, though the father I had. Um, he pushed me in football young. I was pretty good. I ended up going, I had like 20, 30 D1 offers out of high school, two-time All-State, two-time team captain of my college. I went to Georgia State downtown in Atlanta. Uh, man, football changed my life. Put me on private jets, took me to Australia, took me to Hawaii, put me in front of presidents and kings and queens, showed me things I never dreamed about doing. So now I help parents and get them to understand, don't burn your kid out so young, because I seen so many of my homies and brothers get burned out too young from the 5 to 13-year-old age.
Right.
You know, and I just want to like let people know and let parents know it's a journey. And if you burn them out too young, what's the purpose of now? Like, what's the purpose of the traveling? What's the purpose of the spending the money and the investment, the grind and the hard work, the dedication? And if you ain't gonna see no payoff on the end, on the back end of it. But, you know, some people understand that. Some people try to take advantage of the parents because they don't know. It's mostly single mothers. And even fathers even the fathers that live through their kids, I understand them. You know, I understand the game, like, because they ain't have a father. They had nobody to teach them what to do. So they trying to do whatever to get their kid. I understand it.
Yeah, I actually have some questions for you, but
Talk to me.
before, because I was doing some other stuff while y'all was cooking. So before we go ahead and get started, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video that went viral, right? And he said, I'm seeing, oh yeah, some spam. All right, so I'm about to get ready to play the video, right? For those who don't know, I'm about to play the video as to you know, what was said and stuff like that. The reason why a lot of people was upset. Some people agreed, but a lot of people were upset. But you know, for the most part, I think, you know, y'all should share your opinion afterwards. What? Hold on. Something just happened. All right, man. Go ahead, Fanatic. Something just happened. Hold on.
Okay. So, one of the other questions that I have for you,
Talk to me.
I seen, you know, when I started going on your page, I actually got a little upset, and I got
Mhm.
upset more so because I felt like, damn, bro, really be saying some real stuff on this page, man.
Mhm.
Like you talk about discipline, you talk about what it takes to get to go D1. All
Right.
right, you talk about a lot of what athletes should be doing now, as far as training, as far as
Right.
academics, as far as just maximizing, you know, what they got going on now. So
Right.
I was just wondering, I'm like, man, why do you feel like a lot of those didn't get the attention it deserves?
Those videos,
Yeah.
because they didn't have a negative connotation to them.
Okay.
You know, man, America thrives on negativity. So when me point out something that was negative,
Hmm.
I feel like that's why they blew. Man, I feel like, man, so at the end of the day, I feel like this bigger than us just talking on this.
Right.
I feel like God is gonna do something even more bigger with what I said, and I feel like it's just the beginning. To be honest,
Okay. Okay.
All right, so look, man. All right, so you said that you've been playing football, because I was getting ready
Mhm.
to try to play the video so people can,
hmm
you know, pay attention. I mean, can see what the videos was about or whatever. So that was my whole focus to do, but I was doing something else. So the thing is, when you came out with the video, do you feel like people were mad as the more about what was you saying, or as opposed to your delivery? Do you feel like the delivery is what actually kind of rubbed people the wrong way?
Man, honestly, it doesn't matter about delivery. I mean, you hear other negative connotations all the time. You know, we hear music all the time saying, "I'll walk it down, shoot you in your face, walk like." What delivery is? That's a nice delivery. I feel
Right.
like you're just supposed to, whatever's on your heart, you're supposed to speak it and then stand on what you spoke. I know exactly what I said and I believe everything. I feel like there's nobody on this earth that can argue with me about what statement I made. There's no reason no kids should be hitting in June and July, especially we talking about 5 to 13.
All right. So okay, so what actually made you make the video? What decided you said it was the flyer,
Yeah,
but
it was. I seen the flyer.
okay.
Then I called my wife and I was like, "Babe, you know that they letting kids hit in June and July, and it pissed me off so bad because I played for 19 years. Like I've been playing since I was 5 till I was 24, and I hurt every day. Like I had numerous surgeries. It's certain stuff I can't do with my son. I have a son. I have a little boy. He's 5, and you know it's so much negative effects that football have on your body when you start so young. By the time I got to college, me and my brother to this day, we play side by side in college, and we complain about, bro, when we was in freshmen in college, we were so burnt out. We were done as freshmen because we've been playing travel football. We played 30, 40 games. And back then it wasn't no spread offense. It was power eye, wing T, wishbone. So we getting the ball like it's nothing but downhill. We smacking every play. So the effects that it had on our bodies, man, like, if you never played or played at that level, how can you even fathom to understand the problems that these kids gonna grow up and have if they're blessed enough to go to that next level? But you guys ever seen those show Friday Night Tights?
Yes, yes.
So if you go back and look at the statistics of those kids, right? Probably 3 or 4 of those kids went D1 off a whole 6 seasons. Probably
Mm,
6 of them played high school football. You know why? They was burned out.
yeah. So
They were done.
let me go ahead and play the video. I finally got it up. But for y'all that don't know, here's the video that a lot of people was talking about. Got a lot of individuals just really just talking about this, the youth football. Some trying to make it seem as if he's talking about the kids. Some try to make it seem as if, he just really doing it for content, right? It's a slew of reasons why people saying it, but here's the video.
So we just don't care about the kids no more. We don't care about the kids when they turn 30 and 40 years old, because all them little boys right here on this poster gonna have dementia. They're gonna fight memory loss. They're gonna fight depression. Because we starting to play football in June. We starting to hit in June. Seen another post, another tournament in July. We hitting in June and July. Man, somebody gotta stop this, man. You mean to tell me we gonna make money off the babies? It's more important than that? That's all we care about is the dollar? Nobody cares about these babies when they turn 40? How they gonna be mentally ill? The people who running these tournaments ought to be ashamed of themselves. And the parents, stop letting your kids hit in June and July. What are you doing? I suffer from brain injuries and concussions. You know how much help I had to seek? How much help I'm still seeking? But nobody cares. It's all about the money. It's all about the dollar.
All right. So
That was passionate.
that, like I say, man, a lot of
Yeah, it
people
was
was talking
passionate.
about the video. A lot of people wanted to ask about their thoughts, right? And then I asked him what made him make the video. Then he talked about the post, right? Him seeing the flyer, right? And then he talked about how long he played. I think about 19 years, correct?
Yep.
So in the video, you also mentioned that you had concussions and stuff.
Yep.
So you felt like that was the accumulation of playing from high school,
What?
youth football, all the way up to college,
Yes.
right? And are you still, having that right now, or was it just something that you was experiencing?
Am I still having headaches and problems with my body and stuff right now?
Yeah.
Boy, every day. Every day. I have headaches every day. I hurt every single day.
So, do you feel like there's any other remedy, right? That could be done for those who are actually planning this early?
Yes. So I created this ebook for parents. Like I said, I do consulting with parents on this. And I teach them the recipe to how the ultimate goal is what? Is to get an education or go to the league. Either one. The goal for me is when you first start from 3, 4, whatever, kids should play sports. I feel like every boy should play football because football teach you how to be a man, teach you how to get hit and get up. And but there has to be controlled chaos. It can't just be a kid playing 40 games, 50 games a season. They're not gonna make it. It's about the journey. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We treating football like it's tennis or something. It's a train wreck every single play. These are kids going full speed at each other every single play, and their brains are still developing at these ages. Now here we go. What people don't know about me, I taught for a couple years, and when I was teaching, some statistics ran against my screen where we have test scores. Did you guys know I was teaching eighth grade kids? Some of those boys was reading on second grade reading level, third grade reading level, fourth grade reading level, in the eighth grade. And guess who the best athletes were? Those kids who had the worst test scores. I feel like we be pushing the wrong things.
Right.
We pushing football, but we illiterate. Let's push the reading the same way we push football. Now, I'm not knocking football because, like I said, football changed my life. Football now is so different from when I was playing. A kid can be 14 years old and be a millionaire at 14 because of football. A kid can be a millionaire at 15 years old because of football. I had to wait till I got to the league after I had all these miles put on me. Why not do it a different way? Save his body, save his physical attributes, develop him still train, still run track, still play basketball, play other sports, and get other skill sets. Then take it more serious when they get a little older, like 11, 12, 13. One man, I had a kid, he was 7 years old. He started playing football at 5. He stopped playing at 7. I met him when he was in 10th grade. He was a hooper. And I was like, bro, you're not a hooper. If you don't have no offers right now in 10th grade in basketball, it's merely impossible for you to go to college, right? I said, man, come play football. So I trained him the whole summer. He ended up going to the University of Missouri. He ain't played no football his whole life. So I was taught the same thing. I thought my son had to grow up in the hood because that's what I did. I played all these games, got to be tough. No, that's not true. You can preserve your body, play other sports, get the training later on in your career, and still go D1, still make your money on the back end. But we make so many decisions based off struggle. Black people make a lot of our decisions because we're struggling. That's where you get the parents living through their kids. That's where you get man, we got to make some money off these kids. That thing. But I understand that as well. I was a part of it. I was somebody who was betted on. I was somebody who got paid in rec ball. That ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. Nothing I spoke about is nothing new. But I'm just the first person to ever say something about it because I don't walk through this journey. Can't nobody tell me nothing about this. I don't did it as a player, as a coach, whatever you want to talk about. I don't walk this journey already.
Yeah, it seems like you more concerned about the overall
I am.
Right,
the
right.
overall
I
picture.
am.
But on the video, it came off as you just was a non-advocate of them playing in June, July. And one of the questions I had, right, is are you more concerned about when they're playing or how many games they're playing? Because there can literally be, the same difference, to be honest. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, go ahead though.
Both. I don't know if you guys where you guys live, but in Georgia, it's hot as hell in June and July. And when you put that equipment on and you hit in June and July, boy, that's turmoil, that's torture on a baby, on a 5 or 6 year old, 7 year old, 8 year old. Then the longevity of the seasons. Every middle school, high school, college, NFL has a cap on games. Rec ball is the only thing that has no regulation. There are no rules. Anything go. You can play in June. You can play in March. You can play in May. Everything has regulations. Why? The NFL just let them get guardian cows. I used to wear guardian cows when I was in college back in 2015, 2016. If the NFL are changing the rules, we don't feel like the youth football need to change the rules. This is the NFL is a $1 billion business. If they can change the rules, why we can't change the rules? All the rules gonna do is, man, help the kids. It's not about us. I don't care about no money. I don't care about no content. It pissed me off because I don't bend those babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what I'm dealing with now at 29. I can barely wake up. I'm hurting. I'm sore. My knees hurt all the time. I tore so much stuff. I understand. I'm speaking on and then they don't even have no voice. Can no 5, 6 year old tell you, hey dad, I'm playing, or mama, I'm playing too much, or coach, we playing too much. They're just gonna be like, yes, sir, whatever you say, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. So how many games? How many games is too many for you? How many games do you believe that should be played?
So I feel like if we used to play in a tournament to start the season, little jamboree, maybe 2, 3 max jamboree. All right. Then you have an 8 to 10 regular season. But I feel like that's too drawn on. I'll say 8 games. And then you playing a little tournament at the end of the year, 2 games. So to me, no more than 16 games. No more than that's max though. Like my son, he's 5, right? And he's a hell of an athlete. He playing flag football, he play everything, basketball, baseball, track, everything. But I'm not gonna let my son play contact football until he about 10. Like if I could redo my journey, and I love what I had to endure and what I had to go through to get to where I went. I lived my dream. I played D1 football. I beat Tennessee. I was player of the game. I had a chance at the league, blew my knee, tore my knee up. I lived my dream. But if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would have started football a little later.
So you kind of agree with California. They believe that they should start at 12.
That's that's perfect. As long as your kid's still training and working. Now I don't believe now he should be just not doing nothing. He should play other sports as well. Because a scout, if Kirby Smart comes, the coach at University of Georgia comes, and he asks about our players, the first thing he asks, like, hey, let me see their transcripts first, which are their grades. Let me see them grades. The next thing is, do they play any other sports? They want to know, can this kid play anything else? Why? If a kid commits to a one sport too early, a coach gonna say, man, he already probably maxed out. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Most coaches want to see like, okay, he got a ceiling. We can work with him on more things because his body has different avenues and different sports he don't play. You don't want to do that too early either. You don't want to choose and make a decision on one sport too early as well. So
Right.
to go back to your question, man, no more than 16 games, no more than 17 games.
Man.
Anything 30, 40, man, that's OD. You got to think when a kid start playing football, it's basically their year of a car. Does that make sense? You
Mm.
got a 2024 Mustang, and in 20 years, when it's time for him to go to the next level, 10 years when it's time for him to go play college ball, how many miles have you put on him? If it got 200,000 miles, what is he going to do in college? He done.
Yeah. So, all right. So besides minimizing the number of games, right? Are there any other besides the ones that we mentioned earlier, alternative for their safety?
For sure. I feel like kids should wear guardian caps. Another thing when I see we need to teach kids how to tackle. It need to be something that you like teach. Literally, stand right here. I'm gonna teach you how to hit the correct proper. It's a proper way to hit. I tore my shoulder up twice, my labrum up. I'd rather tear these up than to tear this up, because once you break this, you can't fix it. You know what I'm saying? So teach the babies how to tackle the proper way, minimize the gains, and I also feel like this. I feel like we should go back to dual age groups. So when I was growing up, it wasn't no 5U, 6U, 7U. It was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here's why I say that. This will help. If you're the most dominant player on the field at 8, when you go and play 9 and 10 ball, you got to play against an 11-year-old who barely made it. You're not going to play that many downs because you're not going to be ready. You're not going to be playing. You're not going to be running around how you normally run around because you're not going to be the biggest, stronger, and fast. You're going to be kids bigger, stronger, and faster than you. So it's going to have to let you develop a little bit longer on the journey instead of, if you're the most dominant player every year, that means you're going to get the same touches, you're going to get the same hits every year. But I feel like if you're playing against tougher talent, you're not going to be playing, you're not going to be involved as much as you normally is until you get a little older and get a little more developed. I feel like that would help as well. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't have any facts about that, but I do have facts about concussions in youth football.
Yeah, so the Guardian is the one thing that you feel like minimizes the impact in the game. Because I did say something a while ago where I talked about wearing the Guardian helmet, at least when they doing having preseason, right? Because if you have the preseason, it minimizes the impact. It's a cushion and stuff like that or whatever. And some people actually wear it year round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. I respect that. But like, I'll say this, man, safety is definitely a priority. Games they do have a lot of games. But I'll say when I look at the grand scheme of things, man, I think, like you said, technique is the most important, because like, even if you're not playing that many games, you could still get injured. You can, you know what I'm saying, if you don't properly know how to actually make the tackle.
So here's my question.
Go ahead.
Who's teaching them how to tackle if you ain't never played?
Well, and that's another question that we talked about. Kids not getting developed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem.
So the coaches, I feel like the coaches should go through a training or something, like
real training.
So in high school and college and the NFL and stuff, you have to have these credentials and stuff to go do this. But in rec ball, my boy next to me, hey bro, if you don't have no your background straight, you can never played before. Like you probably don't know nothing about just Madden or NCAA. And you out here coaching babies.
Also too, man, I would say too that like they got to make sure that they retrain too, because a lot of dudes they ain't played football in 15 years.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we ran the bone. We wasn't even running the shotgun tee. We was running the traditional wing tee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot of dudes don't be understanding, like, bro, the game's not even played like they was played 15, 20 years ago.
Nope.
So they need to retrain. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad always says, man, y'all soft the way y'all play out, man. Y'all them helmets y'all got, man.
Yeah, for sure. The game totally different.
So is it safe to say that you're against the All-Star games as well? Like right now?
They playing right now?
Yeah, they playing
So
like
I
this
wouldn't
guy right
look.
here.
Listen,
He
listen,
just
listen,
this
listen.
coach right here. He just said Team GA holding it down so far
Win the
in
championship
Vegas.
tomorrow, first team, North Carolina. Jesus Christ. And it's January 19th. See, I wouldn't trip if I know they ain't playing on many games. So I know that coach been playing all year. He been playing, boy, since probably May, June, July. If you doing that, then I don't feel like kids should play All-Star games. But I did it. That's what I'm saying. I did. I used to do the same stuff. I'm not talking just to be, I'm just on here to be talking. I did it. And it's okay if you do it. But parents got to understand you have the power. You can't say you don't know now. I'm telling you what's going to happen. I'm telling you the side effects of your son playing 30, 40 games all the way from 5, all the way to high school, all the way through college. I don't even talk about the league. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. The statistics about CTE in the league is crazy.
Yeah, hey, I was gonna get it. I was gonna get to that, right?
Talk to me.
Because I was gonna say, I was like, not too long ago, right? The CTE was brought to the world's attention, and I
Yep.
believe, I saw a video of yours, right? Of people being the best players and getting hit all the time. And then, in youth
Yep. That's
football,
it.
end up not playing in, like in high school and stuff like that.
Yep.
Do you feel like CTE comes on at that moment as well? Do you feel like there are high school students that are suffering from CTE?
What? Man, bro, you wouldn't believe me if I showed you some of my homies back in high school, how they'll be doped out or how they'll be fighting head injuries in high school and hiding it because we taught as men, especially football players, to be tough and to be prideful. I don't black that on the field. Man, I can't even count. But I suck it up. Keep going. And then that's another thing, Rick Ball. Here we go. I'm glad you just brought that up. There's no nurses, no doctors, nobody to regulate the kids when they come off the sideline and say, "Hey, coach, my head hurting." In high school and college and in the league, you have somebody, a protocol you go through, right? And in rec ball, a kid might say, "Man, I ain't feeling well." Coach be like, "Boy, walk it off. You all right, here's some water." Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And push him right back out there. He concussed.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with him.
Right. That's a fact.
Hey, I told a story. I told a story about me seeing a young man get hit, barely can stand, and
Yep.
then
Yep.
his father,
Yep.
nah, he all right. I'm
Yep.
damn near cussing his father out,
Yep.
telling him like, no, bro, he's not. Oh man, like you want them to
But
be tough.
why?
You
But why
want
do
them to be
fathers do
tough.
that?
Man, they want this fake tough stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he can't get hurt. He can't be hurt. He's tougher than that. And it's not even about that. It's really about, preserving his body.
For
It
uh, let me say this. I'm finna put the light over all the darkness. We be so money hungry on the babies. If you train the baby, stay down with the kid, teach them what I'm trying to teach them. It's companies out here who want to pay them thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. They can't wait to pay your kid for being this talented. Now the kid can go be successful in life. But we're trying to make $10,000 a tournament, 30,000 a tournament, when the kid can go make 400,000. Man. Carson Beck from Georgia. Nobody ever heard him. He wasn't no little league superstar. He wasn't no rec star. This man got 10 M's in college. That's the goal. Is that not the goal? To
That's for sure to go.
get the check. That's the only reason why I played. I loved football with all my heart, but I came from nothing. My goal was to take care of mama and daddy. Now I played for the money. I didn't get a dime. Not one dime. One no NIL when I was playing. So what did I do all that for? That's the point I'm trying to get parents to understand. Like, bro, okay, dads, that you pushing your kid to this limit. Okay, cool, push them. But it's the journey. Wait, like relax.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna reap what you sow. With all the God gonna bless you at the end of the road though. But you also gotta have pure heart. You can't be doing this now for the wrong intentions. Now it ain't gonna work.
But
That's not gonna work. God ain't gonna bless that. But if you
now I
got a
gotta
good
give you a
heart,
little
man,
pushback though. I gotta give you just a little pushback.
talk to me.
All right, so you said that there are people out there, you know, that is pretty much money hungry, right? And they want to throw events, you know, so that's why they are doing it in June and July and stuff like that, right? Now, have it ever occurred to you that some of these parents are the one that encourage that?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Everybody gonna eat. Of
yeah,
course.
so they are the ones that, you know, trying to cater to some of the parents that, you know, that's asking them, hey man, you know, I'm trying to get my son ready. Hey, you should throw this event around this time. You should do this. You should do that. You
So
know,
what should they say?
because I mean, they don't say no. They actually just, you know, kind of cater to that, right? But I'll say this, man. I know some you know people that throw events, man. They actually give. Mainly they give. Now I get what you're
Hard.
saying when it comes to
I ride with them.
yeah.
For
So
sure.
I get you when because there are some ones that are money hungry.
That's
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
talking
saying?
to.
But
I'm talking
like
to them.
yeah, so but I'm saying too, like the ones that I'm referring to, some of them are doing them in June. That's not, you know, greedy and stuff like that, doing a whole bunch of giveaways. So when when you were doing your video, it's kind of like, you know, for some, they felt like you was painting everybody with one brush, right? Which
Right.
I get the message, you know, and I
For sure.
agree with, you know, a lot of it because you right. There are a lot of games being played. There are, you know, some people in it for the wrong reasons, right? I should expose you, but I'm not. But you know, they you know, they want everything
Yeah.
in-house. They want everything for self. They
Yeah.
want, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking about those guys.
Yeah, those
For
guys.
sure. I'm talking
Yeah,
about those
we
guys.
just got to get them out because like even when you were saying that, I was like, okay, well, some can play it in June, but at the end of the day, it's really up to the coaches how many games is played because you
Right.
can start in June and July, but then you can still make sure that you playing the same amount of games
That's
that you've been
smooth.
playing.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's what I like that. I love that.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
just
think it
want
should go back to the
put
old Pop Warner
me too.
things. Way Pop Warner used to do it. Pop
Me too.
Warner, you couldn't play
Nope.
until end of July. You couldn't even start practicing
Yep.
until the end of July. At the
There
end of
has to be
July,
some rules. There are no rules.
yeah, it was way different, man. Everybody starts practicing in July, your first. Like you said, when you was talking, I'm like, this sounds like some Pop Warner stuff, man.
Yeah.
Everybody starts playing at the end of July. You got your jamboree.
Yep.
You go through your season.
Yep.
At the
And then you
end,
play.
you got your regionals. You
Yep.
got your nationals.
Yep.
You if you made the All Star, you play in it.
You playing
You
it.
and
And
you
the next
cannot play
sport.
in the spring.
No, I'm not
For
doing it.
sure, man. For sure. So how do you feel about like 7-on-7?
I love it. So when I was
Okay.
growing up, we didn't have 7-on-7. Man, 7-on-7, flag football, all those things help develop kids to a whole nother level.
Mhm.
Like you, man, you working on so much stuff, the skill sets, you working on intangible things, man, that's gonna help them when they put the pads back on. I
Yeah,
love that. I love the 7-on-7. Like, man, when I seen my little nephew play with Voodoo. I don't know if y'all
okay,
know Voodoo.
Mhm.
What his
yeah,
name?
we know
Absolutely.
Voodoo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Uno, my little nephew, man. When he was talking, he was like, I was like, you please play at 7 on. He was like, yeah, we play 7-on-7. I was like, okay, that's gonna help. I love 7-on-7. Man, like I love the rankings.
Mhm.
I love the exposure y'all give them. Man, we have none of this. Like
You show. I
like
hope
it's
you
a
know you're
podcast.
showing your age to all the teenagers out here. Because as soon as you said we ain't had 7-on-7, I'm telling you now. They said, "Oh, that's Unc." They gave you Unc status. As
Yeah,
soon as you said we
yeah.
ain't had 7-on-7
Not
growing up,
Red
did
Ball. Man, not
you?
I ain't know what 7-on-7 was until I got to high school. I
Mhm.
ain't know nothing about
You
no
did it in
7-on-7.
practice for sure.
Hey,
Yes,
now
that's
she
it.
now, hey, this is the person that support us, man. Heavy 35 loaded says if you want to play less games, then you can't call out coaches for ducking. Then you got to pick a side. Now, my thing is, I still feel like the best games need to be played. I do. So that just means that the teams that y'all call Lulus, right?
Shouldn't
They
play
just
them.
don't need to be on y'all radar.
Yeah,
Go
don't
play the
even play
ones,
them. What you
yeah,
playing them for?
yeah, go play the big dogs. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So the games can still be played.
for
You
sure.
know, we know the difference. Like y'all ducking voodoo. We know that. Y'all just didn't want to play them.
Hey, the voodoo got them, man, Batman and them boys. They got that whoop stick for sure.
Facts,
Have you
man.
have you ever considered coaching youth, or do you
Youth
coach youth? Have
football,
yeah.
man, no, sir. The only way I would it, I'll probably coach my son. I'm gonna tell you this. The only reason why, because I know what I'm gonna be doing to him. Like I don't want nobody else to. Man, we used to be 20 yards away from each other doing Oklahoma drills.
Running into each other,
Like five.
circling
So
up, hitting each other in the head,
I
booing
was
the
the
ring.
kid that the team had to line up against.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like when you got in trouble in school, everybody
hmm.
go against him. Like that was me. So how many hits was I doing?
Right.
You feel me?
Mm.
Yeah, and Drico says the parents that lack knowledge, people gonna take advantage
For
throwing
sure.
tournaments
I
in
hate
June,
that.
which is too much. Whether you in it for the right reasons or not, it's still too much football.
Way too much football. Way too much.
He says, I never was the one that play in June. It's crazy to me. Late
Yeah,
July,
late
August.
July,
Yeah.
August,
Shout
smooth.
out to Coach
But
Bay.
it's just like what you were saying earlier though. Like if you playing, even if you playing in June and July, cool. If you playing in June and July, it's hot. If your kids in shape and can do that, fine. But don't let them play 30 games for the season. Jesus Christ. That's OD. And
That's
then the best player. So we don't think about that kid or those two
Mhm.
kids. Like every team ain't loaded now. Every team, even Voodoo got 2, 3 guys who gonna touch that rock no matter what. And they loaded. So what about those kids?
Right.
Yeah, man. Look, I can see how they end up playing that many games, though. I'm gonna be fairly honest with you. A lot of times, man, they play probably 2 games a week,
What? No, we can't do them.
right?
Mhm.
We
That, that
can't
that's
do
that's
that.
what happened. A lot of times
Yeah.
they play 2 games a week, and
Why? What's the
Back to back Saturday,
okay,
Sunday.
because sometimes people travel,
Mhm.
right? The coaches travel and they want to play at least 2 games, right? They don't want to just play one and then go back. So they might play a so icy and then let's say not 10U now, but they might play a so icy in RDE or a so icy in ATL Elite Thrashers or a so icy in Georgia Falcons. They want to play more than one game. So, then sometimes at home,
how many weeks they'll do that then?
sometimes they play like 2 a week.
No, I'm saying
Sometimes
like how many continuous weeks they would do
if they had the money, I think they'd damn near probably do it every week.
that.
Ding. You just hit it on the head right there.
Nah, we can't
You,
do that.
yeah, or at least you got some probably doing it about
No.
2 weeks out of the month. 2 weeks out of the month, you'll have people
So
playing.
4 games a month?
Nah, they're gonna still play their Saturday games. So you
Hey,
have four
hey,
Saturday games, and you have 2 Sundays. So what? That's six. You have six games.
Amy she says, I'm cool with preseason. That's where the good games are at. I'm good with playing till December because of nationals. Anything after Christmas is just the same. So Amy, Amy, in 2 weeks.
Amy says
Yeah,
she
I don't
good
know
for
about 2 a week.
yeah.
That's
um.
OD.
So I wanna veer. We can still get the comments, Ken.
Go ahead.
Earlier you said something about an ebook, and I
Yep.
want you to just kind of let us know what the ebook is, what it's about, maybe.
So my
Um,
ebook is called The Recipe. It's free as well. If you follow me on Instagram, it's uh in my profile. You click it,
mhm.
it's free. It literally gives you step by step on how to go play Division 1 football. It also tells you what to do with your NIL money. It also tells you about a 529 plan, a Roth IRA account that you can start for your kids. Some parents don't never heard of those things.
Hold on,
What are
hold on, hold
those?
on, hold on, hold on. Hit the reverse. Hit the reverse. You
Talk
got
to
an
me.
ebook
Yeah.
that's about the recipe to be a D1 athlete, 529. I think that's the college education, how to save money basically for your kids' college, right?
Yep.
Uh, the NIL, and,
Everything.
and then
Track.
you said it costs $20.
No, it's free.
That's freaking wild. Go ahead, man. I'm
Yeah.
tripping.
It gives you, when I say give you everything, it's everything that a parent, especially, man, any parent, single parent. I got some in there talking about parents, like a mother and father in the house, how you should raise your child to go D1. They need to be on one accord. I talk about single mother, what you should do. You need to find a village. If your kid is soft, put them in with a harder coach. I like all the data's in the ebook for free.
That's crazy. And a lot of times, man, we bring people on here in the youth football world, that can help these kids that have this type of information. Where we just basically lay out everything to where like you really don't have no excuse. The problem that I want to say
Talk to me.
is that a lot of these people think they know everything.
The
You see what I'm
parents?
saying? A lot, son, yes.
Yeah.
We'll give them the information, but then they still deal with things or go about it their own way.
Of
And
course.
like Coach Mark Flanagan said, the blind is leading the blind.
For sure.
You think that you guiding and directing your kids to do, whatever it is that you want to do, trying to live through them, but then you're blinding them. You're blind and you're misguiding the child.
Yeah.
And I'm putting all this information out there to where, okay, your kid can get exposure. Okay, your kid can go over here and play. Your kid can do this. Okay, this is some of the things that can be done. This is, man, nobody likes information. So I think
Where'd that come from?
nobody like information.
Yeah. What I just said
Well,
earlier in the conversation.
man,
Know
the
how to
lack
read.
of
For
education,
sure.
The
the
lack
lack
of
of
education.
the lack of knowledge,
The lack
the
of
lack
knowledge.
of
Power.
willingness.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah. And some people, and I understand. I come from the streets. I'm Oakland, California, changed my life for the better, stuff like that. I get it. I was one of the ones had a late reading start, all
Me
that, right?
too.
I was the one that, because I don't care for people to know, but
Yeah.
I end up, meeting somebody that took a liking to me. She, helped me out a lot, right? Learn how to read.
Come on.
Once I did that, I've always been good at math, but once I learned how to read, you know, I didn't know how to, read a book and comprehend what I read,
Yeah.
right? I didn't,
Yeah.
I was reading whole books and still not know what I
Not
read,
understanding what you're reading.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was at the point I understand what it takes, I understand all that. And I was in like a tumultuous life. I'm telling you, like I was literally had to watch my back, this and this, and Oakland,
For sure.
California. I get it. At one point, I never wanted to seek information. I
Yep.
never wanted knowledge. I never wanted nothing.
Because you know you're not gonna understand it.
Yes, and it's just that I felt like it was a waste of my time because I can
Yep.
be doing other things.
For sure.
So I get it, but in today's time, you don't have to be like that because you got people like us trying to give information out, and we bringing the information to you.
So I'm
All
gonna
you
say
got to
this.
do is watch. It seems like now, right? It seems like the minute you start talking about anything productive, the viewership go down,
For sure.
people start leaving, right? All the things or whatever. But I'm like, damn, I'm trying to figure out why though. I get it, but why in today's time? If you don't know, why don't you just listen to what information that people is bringing to you and then take heed? I know you may not, some people may not be able to read and all that, but damn, you great at comprehension. I mean, comprehending at what people are saying, right? You know what they're talking about. All you got to do is listen and then apply it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got to read it and all that stuff, man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of information out there. Like this gentleman right here just told you, he got a free ebook
Yeah.
that's going to get you a
And
lot
it is
of
free.
great information.
I just looked it up. It's
I
definitely
want to
free.
see how many people going to do it. Look,
Definitely
the
free.
I
viewership steady going down.
I
People don't want to hear it.
I was blessed enough to get 2 degrees for free. I talk about in there how you can do the same thing. Your kids getting ready to go to middle school, about to go to high school. They can do dual enrollment classes. That means you take college courses while you in high school. I got 2 degrees for free. I'm from nothing. I came from nobody in my family got degrees. And my degree is in literacy education, which is reading, because I struggle with reading, so I want to get a degree in reading. I don't did it. And I want the same thing for your kids. And the reason why that matters so much, it changed my life. Like football, like we talking about football. Football taught me I came from rats, roaches, repos, same thing you said, looking over my shoulders, people dying, my uncle's dying. The person who got me to playing football, I don't know if I ever heard of him, his name Nick Turner. He was one of the best football players that ever put a helmet on the state of Georgia. When Mississippi State was the truth, but he couldn't put it down in the streets. He ended up getting killed.
Mm.
I'm talking about a star. SEC freshman All-American, a star. But he just couldn't put down the street. So for me, I grew up, that's how I grew up. And I was like, man, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna lock in on my books. You know, my parents didn't play that. My dad didn't play that. My mama didn't play that. Especially my father. So that's what I say. I understand the dads who living through their kids. I get it. Like I don't went through it. I get it. But let me show you how to do it. Parents, let me show you. The ebook is showing you how to do it. Whatever success you want for your child, the ebook gonna show you how to do it.
And what made you actually put this together? And
Right.
it
Right.
did you have
Man,
someone that helped you put it together, or you just just sat
Just woke up
down
one day.
and then just decide to write it?
man, God gave it to me. God get all the glory. I tore my knee up my senior year, and I almost killed myself. I
Mm.
almost committed suicide because my life was football, just like these babies. Like I'm going to the league. Anybody ask me, my teachers, what you doing? Going to the league? Like that's all I knew. I'm going to the league. So my senior year of college, sixth game of the season, I blew my whole knee out, tore my ACL, MCL, meniscus, everything. I was depressed, man, down bad. And just like you said, a lady came into my life and saved me. She my wife now, you know. And then from that moment on, my relationship with God got closer and closer and closer. That's why money is like people talking about I made a content for money. I'm doing it. Like, bro, no, the ebook is free. Why am I giving you that for free? If I care about the dollar, at least you would have charged you $5, $10. It ain't about the money. God is my provider. But what I do, I want to help the kids. I want to help. Man, I changed my family legacy. Period. Like my kids, straight. They're gonna be straight because I know what to do. Like you just said, knowledge is power. I know about a 529 plan. I know about a Roth IRA account. I know they're gonna have financial literacy. I'm gonna teach them. My son know about money right now. He know what money is a tool to invest in. He 5. I didn't know none of this stuff, and I want other parents to teach their babies the same thing.
Hey, do you think they should make finance
The number
a
one thing you should
prerequisite?
teach
Yeah, because I
for
actually
sure.
graduated. I graduated in finance.
What?
I got a finance degree.
That's hard.
So so
Hard.
I know about the stuff. And the cold part about it, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I graduated in finance, I still feel like there's a lot of other things to be learned, right?
Yep.
Far as like how to write a business proposal, how
Yep.
to,
Man, see, all that is nothing.
yeah.
AI has changed the world.
Change the game.
You don't have to write nothing. AI do everything for you. AI is your new assistant. If you got a business or want to do something, AI the one. AI
Yeah,
is your
man.
personal assistant for free.
Because I
Let
think
me
everybody, especially in today's time, because you got a lot of kids that's gonna get NIL deals.
Yep.
And I don't want them to be doing things like just
What's gonna happen?
buying.
You know what's gonna happen. The same thing that been happening with they gonna lose them. That but my ebook teaches parents what to do with how you can structure that so they don't get tricked.
How do
And
you
then I had a lady on
go ahead.
here that I'm sorry, go ahead, Fanatic.
Nah, I really wanted to know. I know we've been talking a lot about youth, but as we talk about NILs,
Talk to me.
I kind of want to know, how do you feel about two things, man. I want to know how you feel about NILs
Mhm.
as a person that came a little bit after the NILs, right? You're a little bit too late. So I want to know how you feel about NILs, and I want to know how you feel about the transfer portal
I
as a
love it.
person, because you came out of school to Georgia
Wow.
State. Okay, so so you can see it might have been a little different. Maybe, don't know, right? So I would love to
Man.
see how you feel
Hey,
about NILs and how you feel about the transfer portal.
I love it. See, this what parents don't get when I'm gonna talk about youth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's so political and youth. You think this political, you get hurt in college by your coach. It's rare that your coaches, the same coach, sit in there in your room and say, "I love your son. I'm gonna take care of him like he my son." You get hurt. They gonna walk past you like they don't even know you, and you 18. You like, bro, like you the same dude who, yeah, but I don't know you. I don't even speak to you. Why are we making youth football so political? Man, college and the league, they gonna have enough of that. I love the NIL. I love transfer portal because now you can't put no loose around out there. You can't control us. We can move how we want to move. I love it. But we need to have some regulations for the guidance with it. I wish they would, for every kid who hit the portal, teach them like, okay, if I hit the portal, if I don't get picked up, now what?
Yeah, I heard about that part where
Yeah.
that scholarship ain't there no more.
Nah, it's ugly.
Yeah, I hearing the people that goes
Ugly.
into that transfer portal ain't getting them
Boy,
scholarships like
it
that,
get ugly.
and you lose it from
Yes.
your previous one.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I think if you ask me, the transfer portal, what they should do, man, they should make it a 1 or 2 time thing.
Put
Because I don't
limitations on it.
Yes, the reason why I say that is because I just don't like the idea of players thinking that everything is everybody else's fault. So they decide that they want
Who?
to
No,
go.
no, 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 no. Where they get that from?
Honestly, what I'm seeing, the parents.
Thank you. It
What I'm
starts
seeing,
rec ball.
because
It starts rec ball. How many
yes,
kids go from a different part? I did it. That's what I'm trying, bro.
yes, I see it. And I addressed this a while ago where I say
Bro,
they don't have that grit. They
how?
they don't have the sit that
No.
you
If it
like.
ain't my
Okay,
way, I'm gone taking my son,
right.
and we
They don't
gone.
have that stick it out
No,
type
what
of
is that?
mentality,
I'm
right?
not doing that.
It's
No.
crazy.
So you feel like a lot of these bad habits, they all come from the wreck.
It start. It all come from the house.
Mm.
It come from mama and daddy. You know what I tell my parents? The only way you get LeVar Balls,
Mm-hmm.
even KJ Bolden dad,
Absolutely. Shout out to KJ.
LeVar
The
Ball, even LeBron
Cowboy.
James,
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert Arenas. The only
Mm-hmm.
way you really know your kid is you gotta love your kid, and I spell love Time. The only way you get to really know your kid is you spend time with them. See, I can't go hang out with gang. I can't go to the club. I can't go with Shawty them. I gotta spend time with my kids. I gotta spend time with my baby to know what I need to work on. And that's the problem.
Yeah. So he says, how do you get the ebook?
Man, go to my Instagram or you go to my website. My website is the number 2 P edcurney.com. And it's gonna pop up. My free ebook is gonna pop right up. I'm gonna say it again. The number 2 P ed Curney Curney.com.
Or you
Pain
can
to
go to his
purpose.
IG is Two
Yep.
Love.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you go to my IG, Tula _ACE. And it's right there in my bio.
School says me and my son watching finna go study that book ASAP. Appreciate the free.
Love. Man, send it to anybody you know. Send it to them.
He says it's not just some of these parents, it's some of these coaches, handicap coaches, that are really for the kids.
For sure. It's a
So
combination of both.
yeah.
For sure.
So what else? Because I know you said you give the knowledge.
Yeah.
When you say you give the knowledge, what does that mean? So like you having sessions to talk about stuff, what the next plans may be for a kid. Parents
Yep.
can book
So they
time
can
with
they can
you.
book just like one of these. I
Okay.
have 15 minutes. We can talk and you can tell me like, hey, it's on my website. You can book free
Mhm.
consultation, 15 minutes. Tell me what you want, what you're looking for, how I can work with you and help any way I can. And we just move on from there because I'm here to serve. That's all I'm here to do. I'm here to serve.
Mm.
Okay, so are you the one that actually bridge the connections? Like, or is it more so like I'm telling you what to do? Is it kind of like commission based? Like how does that work?
So I have a few different things that I do. So some of the stuff is paid. Like I have like a mastery course that I teach as well. I have this thing where you can send me your son film and I evaluate him for you and tell you exactly what you need to do for him. What's wrong, what you need to fix, feet, hips, hand placement. He don't do this, he don't do that, what he need to work on. I do all those things.
Okay, and what area do you specialize in?
Atlanta, Georgia.
No, I'm saying what area? Like on like is it
So
cornerback? Is it quarterback? Is it
any position,
running back? Okay.
any position.
So you're just a student of the game, pretty
I'm
much.
a man. I coach football as well. I'm a defensive
Okay.
coordinator at a high school. That's what I do, man. I got man. My nephews, but one on committed to UGA right now. He wasn't no rec ball superstar. Another one committed to University of Cincinnati. He wasn't no rec ball superstar. I got another kid at University of Virginia that I trained. He went to a private school. He wasn't no rec ball superstar. Like you don't have to be. It's another way to get to the goal besides he got to be the best at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. It's another journey. You don't have to do that. And I'm
Okay.
teaching parents that.
So as a high school coach,
Yeah.
what's the biggest turnoffs for coaches when it comes to youth football players?
Uh, really nothing. I don't really deal with the youth unless we go out. We go and do stuff with the kids and teach them and stuff like that. But probably the biggest thing is like half of them don't know what they be talking about when it comes to football. They never played. Even my red coaches, none of them play no football. I probably had one or two of them. And then another thing that gets me with red coaches, man, their kids don't be that good. That's another thing that get me. Even if you do the daddy ball thing, like it's very rare that a coach have a good son.
You're exciting. That man getting happy as hell of that man. He hates daddy ball.
Yeah,
Daddy
like
ball is a
those be the worst
sin.
kids.
It's
Yeah,
a sin to him. Like,
This is
yeah.
oh yeah.
Those be the worst
yeah.
kids to me. But I understand now. If you a daddy ball and your son him, then for sure respect that. But
Mhm.
I've rarely seen them. I rarely seen daddy ball and the kid go and be something special.
Do you?
Well, I say I seen some work with the kids, but it wasn't daddy ball. It was more so like it when I say daddy ball, I'm talking about favorable treatment, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Somebody messing
For
up
sure.
and you take them out instantly, but your son mess up, you keep them
Like
in,
he's good.
like that
Yeah,
type of stuff.
yeah,
Now I've seen players who father was on the sideline and they did very well, but it wasn't that
yeah.
favorable
That was
treatment.
me.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was
It
me.
wasn't that. So
For
it
sure.
works. It's just not when you're undermining other players you know, but bigging up your own? Are you giving them favorable treatment? Are you're basically putting them in an all-star game and you know he wasn't deserving of it?
For
That
sure.
type of stuff. You
Because you got
creating
the
this.
full. But see,
Yeah, go ahead. You about to say something, Fanatic?
that's the politics right there.
Yeah, I don't play
was talking
politics.
about in rec ball.
Yeah, everybody know me. I don't play the politics. They be like, "Oh man, you." Nah, bro.
And bro, in college and high school and in the league, it's horrible. So why you putting your baby through that? That's why my little nephew, little Uno, right? My big brother, his dad, I tell him all the time. He be like, "Man, you gonna work with Nell?" I be like, "No, I don't want to touch him until he turns 12. I want him to have fun. Like I don't care nothing about. Don't talk to me about what he don't did. Man, I got trophies on top of trophies. You know where they at right now? In my mama's basement somewhere collecting. I ain't seen them. I don't care
I
nothing
know where
about
they
them.
at. Don't even more half of my trophies broke.
Come
Yeah,
on, man.
yeah, they unscrewed and all that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what you think about this comment? This is my guy too, man. He said the practices be more competitive than some games, right? So why not play 2 a week to get the work? Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm gonna let you handle that.
The practice, he said the practice are like the games.
He's saying that the practice be more competitive than some of the games. So why not play two a week? Like basically saying play 2 games a week to get work.
That Saturday, Sunday.
So why not just play one good team who real good?
I don't know. It was a bomb dropper right there,
hey,
bro.
so
That was
I'll
crazy.
expand on it. I'm gonna be honest with you. If y'all practice is that competitive, then that means definitely y'all shouldn't be playing 2 games a week.
That means y'all hard.
That means y'all out there smacking the dog mess out of each other. You know what I'm saying? And that further plays into what he was saying, which is
I was just about to say, man, y'all proving the man right, man.
Yeah, we get
y'all proving him right. What y'all really should be saying is we have limited hitting in practice. We barely hit in practice.
So
that's why we doing it.
So now I would take that.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was about to say. Hey, man, you know we don't hit at all.
We don't hit at all.
Dummies, and we don't even thud.
Come on.
We ain't even in shells.
Come on.
So basically, Saturday and Sunday is the only time we hitting. Oh,
yeah, I take that.
But now y'all saying, hell, we hitting every day.
We're going crazy every day. We're going Oklahoma drill all day. Yeah, man, I remember, man, I used to be at practice like, bro, this is like, and you can't say nothing. The kid, you can't say nothing. I used to be at practice like, bro, we finna do Oklahoma literally all practice. Mm-hmm. And I never lost Oklahoma. I don't think I ever lost, but I hated that drill. I hated hitting. Like I hated it. Yeah. But I'm a kid. I can't say nothing.
So even though the game is much softer, right?
The kids are still bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
Even though it's softer, they're still bigger, stronger, faster.
You know what? I didn't look at it like that. To be honest with you, I didn't look at it like, you know what? The game is softer though, man. The kids are actually a little bit better though.
Boy, a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? I don't, I can't. I know who watching, so I'm not giving y'all no credit.
But these kids
watching. Yeah.
Man, I don't see some amazing kids. I'd be like, boy, you 8 or you 9? I'd be like, ooh, boy, you got a bright future, but you're not gonna have a bright future if you get burned out too early. Parents, slow down. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Your kid do not have to be no star right now. There are no scholarships. All these kids who say they got a scholarship right now, that's a lie. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's different between getting a scholarship and getting a committable scholarship. 2 different things. Getting a scholarship means, hey man, I'm gonna give y'all a scholarship at Georgia State. Cool. When y'all call me 5 years from now, and y'all talking about y'all want, I'm gonna be like, no, you can't commit. We full. That's the difference. So when you see kids saying I got an offer from somewhere, all right, that sound good. But when it's time to go commit, is that a committable offer? So there's a difference. So
Committable
don't get
offer
caught up
for
in
sure.
that. Run your race. Run your baby race. Whatever your plan is, you got to have a plan. That's my ebook teach you. A plan. Come up with a plan for your kid. And run
When
your
you
race with your kid. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Run your plan. Because Deion Sanders ran his plan. Everybody used to talk about, man, we used to smack Truth. We used to beat Truth. We used to do that. His son finna go top 5 overall. His son one of the highest kids to ever get paid. He did it right. That's the right way to do it.
Hey, Brianna said, she said, hell, we had a tournament and we played 3 games in one day.
We used to do
And
that
there
too.
are some teams that
We used
played
to do
that
that too. We did that too.
yeah.
yeah.
So like
Man.
it's things like that, man. I mean, they got tournaments, they got, they got so many things, but it also, offer exposure. And some of these games, man, to be honest, where they got the offers at.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You're not finna. I can't agree with them. You can't say the exposure thing.
No, I'm saying that's how some of them people they play those type of games and got the exposure. Like in that couple
Exposure for
games,
what?
couple games a day type of situation. I've seen it.
What's the exposure though? The youth, the blow up in youth. What's
I
like?
mean, well, I'm saying like I've seen
What's the exposure?
the exposure is basically like, you got people there that's filming that get it out there. You got the, what I'm saying, they get the highlights. They actually did a good job. They went viral, like that type of stuff. You know
To
what I'm
go
saying? That works
viral at
out there.
what? Like we 7, 8, 9. Who
Oh
cares?
no, I'm not talking about that age. You know what I'm saying?
What
Like I
age?
don't
What
know
age
what
you talking
age
about?
group they talking about.
What
I'm
age
talking
group you
about an
talking
older, probably like 11, 12, 13. I've
about?
seen it.
See, around that age, now it's time to take it more serious.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying. I've
I'm
seen it.
with I'm with I'm with the 11, 12. I'm with that. I got you. Cause you get ready to go to middle school. I'm with
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
But
so I want to ask when you get done. I want to ask you about something. Okay,
talk to me.
I want to ask you about your evaluation. So have
Talk
you
to me.
evaluated a kid and ever had to be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like
So for me,
I think you trying to I think you reaching for the D1 Power 5, but you might be
oh,
D2.
do I tell a parent that?
Yeah.
For sure. I always tell them the truth. That's why the
Okay,
parents
so
love
you
me.
will tell them like, hey, look,
Boy, I
you
would tell
reaching for the
you, I would
D1, but you're a D2.
I would tell your son, I would tell you that your son don't have it. He ain't ready. He nowhere near ready. But you can get him ready. And I would talk you and walk you through how to get him prepared. I don't
So you
believe
feel
that.
like you can take any project
Man, let
and
me tell you
complete the
something.
task.
So me and a group of my brothers, we had this argument. He
Okay,
was like, bro, you feel like you can take anything.
because I'm listening.
And
I done
I
seen
don't know.
something.
I don't know if I can take anything,
Yeah.
but I don't took some horrible stuff. Like I had a kid that I brought to my high school. Terrible. Horrible. 2-time all state back to back. Terrible. He was horrible. He was all state back to back. 2 years of high school football. I'm not gonna say that it's me. I think that has a lot to do with. So I got a gift of believing in a person, and I make that person believe in them. God gave me that gift. So once the kids start believing that, like, man, okay, I'm like, man, you the man, you better than what. Like, he just started believing it, and the
Mhm.
kid just started. That's my gift, though. I don't know. I can't speak and say I can help any kid on that. They get
They gotta
P5 or
want it.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
I'm gonna go on a limb. If it's basketball, I can make any kid a shooter.
ooh,
Any kid.
I need to send my son to you then.
You
Get my
gotta
brother
say,
something.
man, any kid. I ain't gonna lie, cause I got the sauce. It start
Yeah,
with me showing them that how many I can make in a row,
for
right?
sure.
To show them I got the sauce. But then, I show technique after that, pretty much.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
yeah.
that's how
That
I
is
feel with
crazy,
with
man.
With
basketball.
basketball,
That is
for sure.
Yeah.
crazy.
But
Okay,
hey,
so
man,
so
look,
I
man.
definitely wanted to know that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think, man, you should definitely, be a regular, man. I kind of like your idea of the game, and then I feel like, this will bring a lot more eyes to you
For
because
sure. Man,
you
I
got something that
appreciate it.
people need. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Because some people are lost, and that's what we try to bring, man. We just try to bring
Everybody
information.
lost.
Not everybody, man. Like some
Everybody
people,
is lost.
some people.
Everybody, but everybody think that they know until you don't know. You don't know. You think you know. You have no clue.
Hey
So I
man,
would like to ask
you
you this
say a
question.
lot of just viral, just like stuff that just like you're not supposed to say that, right?
Like, think about us. Think about us, right?
For sure.
If I say you got it all together, right? You're gonna
Mhm.
say no.
Nah,
You got it
you
all
gotta say
figured
no, I
out, right?
don't. For sure.
Nah, I ain't gonna
Exactly.
say that.
You got it all together.
I like to think so.
So I'm gonna ask you this. This your podcast, right?
Ours. Go ahead. Yeah, though.
This is the #1 podcast in the country.
Not yet. It will
Not yet,
be.
not yet.
Why not? Why not
Oh,
right now?
we just getting started.
How long you been starting it?
Um, I want to say like consistently for a season,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
I want to say about
This is
A
9
second
months,
year?
year.
10
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, this
A
second we
year?
going on the second
Yeah,
year.
about a year.
Yeah.
You know how many podcasts don't blew up in a year?
Man, a lot.
So
They
that's
know.
my point.
They
We
know.
all got something to get better at.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't say nothing about getting better. Yes, we need to get better. I'm saying as far as getting it together, I know what it is that I want.
What you want?
You see what I'm saying? What I want to make this a podcast where kids that does not get exposure are able to come, and I'm able to also continue to build connections with college recruiters, and I can bring them to the forefront and show their highlights to them and basically get the conversation started,
So you
right?
want to work with high school kids?
I'm working with all kids. I do high school. I do youth football. Like, yeah, I do the high
That's
schools on
cool.
the Fridays, and then on the Saturday, Sundays, I do
For
youth
sure.
football.
Nah, I'm knowing you working with all kids, but I'm saying like your main purpose is at the end of the day is to help them high school kids get on the map for the college coaches so they can go to school.
Yes,
For sure.
yes.
That's
So
hard.
that's what we aiming
Man,
to
I
do.
got some connects for you too. Then I got a lot of homies who coach at the D1 level, even JUCO, even man. So I connect them with you as well.
Oh man, that's love. That's
Yeah, for
love.
sure.
Yeah, man. I just hope people don't continue to run from the information, man, because we bringing
They
it.
gonna have to. You know what information does? Anytime you get information, you gotta make one or two decisions. I either gotta change or I'm going to ignore it and still keep being ignorant to it. So most people don't like to change. That's why you got 1%ers who are billionaires and millionaires and successful. And you got the other 99% who struggle. It's just that simple.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. But man, like I say, hopefully, we can continue to get you on here and
Man, anytime.
talk
Anytime, for
youth
sure.
football. But man, we appreciate you. We definitely
Nah, I
appreciate you coming
appreciate
on here.
y'all, man. It's a
Thank
blessing.
you. Thank
I
you.
think people, man, y'all should know a lot of this stuff was a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? Like it,
Yeah. My dog just blunt, man.
yeah, he just blunt,
Yeah.
He just
right?
blunt, man. He
Kind of
ain't
reminds
I'm
sugarcoat.
real.
He's not sugarcoating it.
Nah,
He
I'm
ain't
not.
beating around the bush. He's
Nah,
just saying it to you, pure
for
blank.
sure.
Take how you take it.
I'm gonna keep it 100 now.
that's
West
fact.
side of Atlanta. Sorry to tell y'all.
But man, we appreciate you, coming
sure.
on, man. And like I say, we're gonna definitely stay in touch and just continue to build, bro. But hey, man, get them your handle one more time, your Instagram handle, so
So
they can go ahead and follow you.
two love the number two LOVE_ACE. Um, is this gonna it's on YouTube? Y'all gonna post this on YouTube so I can go
This
back
is
and watch
on
it?
this is on YouTube and Facebook.
Say no more. I can't wait to go back and watch it, man. Man, this was a blessing, man. For real. Thank y'all so
Yeah,
much.
man.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
Appreciate it.
again. All
For
right.
sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
I don't know what more can we
round
say,
of
man?
applause, man. That's
What
a
more can
round
we
of
say?
applause, man. West side of Atlanta in the building.
What
In the
more can we say, bruh?
Hey man, that was good, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think that even I misunderstood what his intentions were uh, uh initially. Now I'm like, oh no, what he doing is he's not even condemning per se playing in June and July. He's saying kids don't need to play 40, 50 games, bro.
And
If
you
you
got to
want to
get that
play,
understanding.
if you want to play in June and July, that's cool. But then just play a regular season. Don't try to maximize and end up playing no 30, 40, 50 games. That's
Do you
unnecessary.
think people are frown upon 16 games though?
Bro. Yes, because they don't want to play nobody, bro. They don't want to play nobody.
No,
You feel what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying, hold on. You said it because they don't want to play nobody. Nah, I'm saying, do
Bro,
you feel like if they
no.
only play 16 games, they would be happy?
Yes. Bro, let me ask you
They
this.
will?
I want you to really think about something. How many games does Rare Breed play?
See, Rare Breed
Coach
do it
Mark.
right. They don't
How
really
many
play
how
that
many
many.
games does Coach Mark really? He came on the show and even said, I booked 20 to maybe 22.
20
And
to
if I get
15.
and if I get 10, if I get 10 to 15 games, I'm cool. I'm
That's
happy
good.
about that. That's a good year for me.
Right.
I'm not trying to be funny, bro. And I know the kids nowadays will call this glazing. But the man has showed y'all the formula for years. Like Coach Mark has given the formula. He can't hide it no more. You know what I'm saying? He's given the formula on how to maximize and get the best out of your kids and get them prepared for nationals. I kind of see another group of kids, kind of following that same game plan. I see a team right now kind of following the national game plan that we just gonna travel, bring teams to us, we gonna go to them. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna have build relationships and I'm gonna book a lot of games. And if I can get 15 out of them, it'll work. I see a young team doing it, but I don't think people will frown upon it because if you put the schedule that got smoked together, what are we going to frown upon? Ain't nobody frowned upon the Red Breed yet. But what
Right.
I think happens is, coaches are so ill prepared, or they believe that they are. So they believe that we got to play games to get ready.
Mhm.
No, you just got to play competition to get ready.
And
You
then
feel
they
what I'm
right
saying?
too though. Like where if you playing some of the best teams, you ain't gotta play. See, the thing about it, like Rare Breed played every team that they played was a good team. So they only
In
needed
their own way.
one. Yeah, they only needed one a week or every other week. So yes,
And you think about it, bro, even when they play rec teams, when Red Breed plays a non-national team, it'll be the damn best non-national team.
mhm.
If they play a rec team, bro, they don't go find, the Joe Schmoes. They play the best rec team out there. You'll be like, oh yeah, but that's a good team though. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I can even kind of give Voodoo some of that clout. Like, I didn't see Voodoo play some really good rec teams. You'll be like, man, they beat the mess out of them boys. But first of all, they did it with class. They did it with class. They did it with respect. And they played a really good team.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's definitely ways for it to get done. I don't think people will frown upon it. Because my thing is, me and you frown upon people who play 40 games and they ain't played a damn person.
Mm.
And we frown upon it on here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There are teams that literally will tell us who they played, and me and you will look and say, why? Well, what you playing? You're wasting your time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many teams, man, who go to nationals, and we sit on the show and we say they ain't played nobody, but they've played 25 games,
Mhm.
and and out of 25 games, 5 was worth like y'all playing. And it's not to say that the kids is wasting their time, but honestly, bro, those kids are so good that they're not getting anything out of those other 20 games except running into a brick wall, bro.
Mhm. Yeah, Sea Dog said with Rare Breed playing 10 games in a season, is that including kids playing in middle school ball also? Well, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Um, To be
I want to
honest,
believe they was doing this before. They was doing this before middle school ball.
no. Here's the thing. I don't
Mhm.
think that they end up playing both like that. Some of
Some
them,
do.
a couple of them,
Some do for sure.
but
Some do.
also, I mean, when you look at somebody like Zach, right? The man really didn't do nothing in middle school, meaning that it wasn't, a lot of impact on his body. The man barely get touched. You see what I'm saying? So he don't have that type of that impact that we're talking about that people get. So they're not even really playing that many games. Some of them, a lot of them, like number 97. Number 97 didn't play both. After he was done with middle school, then he played with Rare Breed. There's a lot of games where he did not play because of middle school ball. So, you know, like I get it. You threw a fork in you know what I'm saying, in the bike tire, trying to create a different scenario. But at the same time, I think Coach Mark did it right, man. I think he
Yeah,
did it
and he
right.
was doing it before that though. Coach Mark was doing. He was doing this. He was doing this before those kids was in middle school. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The
So
formula has kind of been the same.
yeah, so a lot of them that play middle school ball, some of them don't be playing with Rare Breeds in that week. You feel what I'm saying? Some of them don't be playing like 2 games a week. They'll play middle school, and then once middle school over, then they'll play. So that's what I've seen, C-Dog. I've seen teams that, players that didn't play both. And they was on the roster. They played a few games because they had to, and then once they did that, they end up going to battle YNC. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, to be honest, just thinking about the fact that you play 40 games is crazy. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I've been saying, if you're going to do that, you should, and definitely as a coach, make it mandatory for them kids to wear those Guardian helmets. And as Fanatic said, man, Guardian better give us a sponsorship the way you talk
Bro,
about them.
Guardian. Hey man, I swear I'm gonna clip this up and send it to him, bro.
Yeah.
I swear I'm gonna clip this up and send it to. And not just that, man. I think coaches also, bro, practice, man. In your practice, bro, let's invest into some tackling dummies, bro. Let's invest into more bags. You feel what I'm saying? And I get it, bro. Even in practice, you gotta have that live content because a lot of times it's just kids being nervous, maybe being scared. So sometimes you gotta. But repetition, bro. I'm telling y'all, a lot of times repetition, bro. You want to make it where when they get into the game, they didn't just did it so many times that it's just like it just boom. It's just repetition. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, it's so many ways around just constant hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Because like he said, bro, I didn't been in a practice where it's like, damn man, I didn't seen the coach do Oklahoma 3 days in a row, whole week, straight practice, straight Oklahoma.
That's
You
crazy.
feel what I'm saying? And not even understanding, bro, mental toughness can be damn built up through conditioning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many different ways, bro. But ultimately, man, I think a lot of this boils down to, bro, we just let any. I kind of like when he said we just let anybody coach, bro. I've been saying that for years, bro.
Oh
We
yeah.
just let. I be Joe can go out there and say, yeah, I'm interested in coaching, which is okay to me, right? I think you do need the men that say, hey, I'm interested in coaching. They might not know a lot about football, but then I think the problem comes back on the park director who doesn't try to get that person any help. Because I don't think it's nothing wrong with a coach going out there saying, man, I ain't played football in 15 years, but I played, but it's been a minute. Oh shit, man. You know what? Let me get you hooked up with some of these trainers, man. Let me get you on some of these clinics, man. Let me take you. Georgia has a youth football. Georgia Tech got a youth football clinic. Georgia State got a youth football clinic. I want to make sure I get you hooked up with these in the spring. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways, bro, but we're just not trying to. A lot of times, bro, we're just not trying to.
Yeah. So I think the other thing, man, that a lot of us need to pay attention to when we do this and people coming on saying the same exact thing of what we said, and they've never been on here or anything, right? That just shows you that, man, we're not making up what, some of the things that is being said. We understand that sometimes, the coaches are the problem. Sometimes the parents are the problem. Sometimes the refs are the problem. Sometimes we understand these things, right? We just have to, make sure that these things doesn't become a problem, because uh, I had asked him a question and I thought he was going to say that, look, man, some of the parents are the reason we don't, deal with certain kids and stuff like that. The only reason I thought he was gonna say that is because everybody outside of him said that, nah, bro, we can't deal with it, deal with certain parents. And if you are a parent, and that if somebody says something wrong to you, man, you just have to know, for the betterment of your child. And you just gotta let it go, because you don't want to be that person where the stigma of drama is, surrounding you everywhere you go, because word travel. Some people, and here's the other thing too, that people don't pay attention to. You, as a parent, may be, misbehaving, right? And then you may go to a school. Your child might be one of the best players or better than another player, right? Of a parent who's also going to that school. What you think that parent gonna say? Y'all got hurt, y'all got this, y'all got hurt, y'all got him on here. Nah, this person does this, and this, and that. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna look into it. They're gonna look into it. And then when you start seeing that your son is actually the better player, but he don't get no burn, are you gonna act the same way? Or you gonna look at it like, damn, I kind of ruined this dude career. I'm gonna have to go to another school, because what they, the expectation that they have of me is that I'm dramatic anyway. So if you go to that coach and you act up, then your reputation is going to still supersede you, because now if you cuss that coach out, it's going to follow throughout the whole high school. So give yourself the chance, the opportunity. Hey, EF was good, man. But yeah, man, we get ready to get off. But man, shout out to EF, man. My guy also got a tournament coming up. But man, hey, man, we gotta make sure we put some structure to everything that's going on, man, because like the way that these people look at it, you know what I'm saying? They look at these kids at a certain age as damaged goods. They're not getting, what I'm saying, the opportunities that they supposed to be getting. And a lot of that is because some of these, people are misguided. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what Sports Fanatic and I am trying to do. We're bringing the people on that's going to get you that's going to get you into the right places, right? Of wherever it is that you want to go, right? We bringing all the information, and y'all just got to take it and apply it. Ain't nobody too smart to, you know what I'm saying, to get help. That's the thing about it, man. You know what I'm saying? When I was at my most vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, not super educated like I am now, I didn't want nobody helping me. And that was super backwards. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody need to help. He says, if a coach listened to another parent about me and my kids, that's not the coach for my son.
I actually agree with you on that one, 35.
Here is the thing.
I agree with you.
Here is the thing. That's not necessarily the whole thing. If somebody says something, right, to try to get their child to play over your son, and they know that they can use your behavior as a tool to get you out the way, what's going to happen is the coach is going to do his due diligence. So it ain't about you know what I'm saying, like him listening to somebody else. It's about him after the fact doing his due diligence. and finding out what that person said to be true. And not just from them, from you after cussing them out. You see what I'm saying? So,
For sure.
you know, it ain't that, okay, he's listening to them. He's going to do his job and find out
But
and
what you're
see.
saying is, if somebody says something to a coach and it's actually facts.
Yes.
Okay, for sure.
If it's actually, because he's not going to do nothing right then and there. But what he is going to do, like, okay, do I got a troubling parent? Do I got, this kid, he's good, might have an attitude a little bit, but how is his parents? They're going to look at that. Colleges do, recruits do. That's the first thing they told me, man. That's the first thing. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, tomorrow, tune in. We got Relentless coming on.
Whoa.
Oh,
Come on.
AKA the legendary Ducks.
Put some damn respect on their name, man.
Right? AKA the legendary Ducks.
AKA they lined up so icy.
They got so icy on the menu.
AKA line. I'm gonna ask them too. Did y'all know you was changing before you lined up so icy? My bad.
Yeah, hey,
My
yeah,
bad.
man. But
I'll
shoot,
let y'all land on a secret.
yeah, man. We got a nice little group this week, man. So y'all stay tuned in, but we'll be on tomorrow. And a lot of parents call me, man, saying they can't wait, man. They can't wait. So shout out to y'all for tuning in, as y'all got a better perspective of the gentleman from the night after that video that went viral. He just really only want better for the kids. He also got an ebook to help guide you guys, to trying to get recruited to colleges and stuff like that. So go check his ebook out. He said that it's for free. J Love, right, on Instagram is his name. So y'all go, Two Love, I'm sorry. Two Love
_Ace.
Yeah, so make sure y'all go check that out, man. Make sure
For
y'all go check it out. But that's all I got, man, for the night, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We out.